Hi.
Happy Twin Tuesday.
Twin Tuesday.
Woo, woo.
We missed it last week because Dr. Madeline was on vacay.
I was playing a mermaid in Jamaica.
That's totally fine.
Yeah, it's like definitely my higher self right there.
Yep, absolutely. So welcome back. We're excited.
Yeah.
Who are we?
I'm Dr. Madeline.
And I'm Dr. Johanna. We are the awesome chiropractors.
Awesome family wellness chiropractors here at Atlas Chiropractic Center in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Yep.
Our jam is pregnant and postpartum mamas.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah. So it's Tuesday. Dakota's at home. He's chilling. Right?
Yep. He's getting so big he has to chill at home.
Yeah, it's all good. So yeah, we did miss last week. We're super excited to be back, and we kind of just want to come with you like with our top secret, number one like health secret, because we see that, like all the stuff I wrote down in the description below, like we see people who are tired of being sick. They were tired of being in pain and not having answers.
Mm-hmm.
They're tired of not being listened to. They're tired of having their power taken away. They're tired, like you name it, and you've probably been there. Like I've definitely been disrespected in the mainstream medical model and haven't gotten answers that I know other people have because we see them here every single day.
Yep. Absolutely. So we do see him here each and every day, and so because of that, we have like lots of stories and things we can indulge you guys in. Like just the other day, I had someone come in because while they were playing a sport that they haven't played in a long time, and they hurt themselves, and they weren't really sure if chiropractic could help them feel better. He wasn't sure if he needed to see a chiropractor or if he needed to see a massage therapist. So I said, just come in, let's do an exam. And his spine was out of alignment, which is what chiropractors do. They realign your spine and take pressure off that nerve. And because of that, the muscles were really tight and aggravated and inflamed. But if you never got that adjustment to take pressure off that nerve to talk to that muscle, the muscles would have never relaxed, the pain would have never felt better, or it would have temporarily healed and re-injured a lot faster and sooner the next time around. And it only took a couple of treatments to get him to where he wanted to be. So, I mean, it can really make a huge difference.
And I want to come on and we want to talk about this today because when we have conversations with either their patients in our offices, whether we're just out in public, like when I was in Jamaica, I asked if they had chiropractors there. Like this comes up all the time, probably because we love it so much and we're so passionate about it.
Sure.
But I am really just kind of fed up. I am fed up. I'm sick and tired of people not knowing that they have other options. I'm part of Facebook groups where people ask for comments and help all the time, and they are like, well, I have this issue, I'm going to go to my primary care. And yes, we all know there's a time and place for everything, but there's so many issues that we see that aren't being resolved because they're not given good options. Because we're looking at the body in our mainstream medical model, like just in different parts. Like we totally forgot that like when we create a human, cells multiply and they keep multiplying and they build systems and they build organs and they build a whole person.
Oh, Dr. Madeline dropping some science knowledge on
do.
you.
And the first thing ever developed when the baby is, that spark of life happens, is your nervous system.
Yeah.
That's the very first thing. So we influence the nervous system as chiropractors, and we know when we're looking at stress on the spine and adjusting that stress, that has way more of a more powerful impact when we do that adjustment to your body than just like, I think people come in here and they love to hear the pop, and I get it, it's great, it's satisfying, it can be, but we're influencing things, and your nervous system controls everything, which means that you get way more results than maybe the average person knows of.
Sure.
Or if you've never tried chiropractic, not knowing it, we're great at turning off pain receptors, and that's, the adjustment's great for that, but it's so much more than that. And
oh, well, speaking of that, this person that I was referencing earlier, thankfully his wife was in the consult room, because usually when couples come in together, that's when I get the most information that I need. And his, I'm just gonna put out there, he wasn't pooping like he should have been, or what was normal for him after he had this fall. And after his first adjustment, things started to improve there. And then after the second adjustment, he was back to using the bathroom regularly. And he still had a little bit of pain in the area that he hit, but his bowels were moving back to normal. So like, I'm not saying that chiropractic did that, because we don't turn that, we don't make that person go to the bathroom, but we remove that dysfunction that's in their spine. We help free up the nerve so the nerve can do the job of what it needs to do to help him feel better, but also ultimately function better.
Look, we know when the body was created, and this is just like, it's one of those things, like one of our great like chiropractic like people that in the old days when it all started said, chiropractic's like gravity, it works whether you believe in it or not, which is pretty cool, but we know that your nervous system controls everything. So we know if there's an issue there, it's not going to be able to function like 100%. We totally get Like if you like really hurt your spinal cord, we know like there's people who can't walk and they're in wheelchairs because there's so much damage to be done. And that's like an extreme, I would say, like case.
Yeah.
What happens when there's a little pressure on there? Like if I touched here for 7 years, do you think I would notice a difference under that tissue under my finger?
No. And that's what I like to tell patients that, or like if I just like, you know, ran my finger on the same part of the wall over and over again, ultimately that paint wouldn't start to fade until like way down the line. But it doesn't mean that it's not a weaker area or a spot because of that.
Right.
So, I mean, that is huge because a lot of the wear and tear, a lot of the aches and pains and conditions that we have are from what we would call micro traumas, the things that are a little bit adding up each and every day, and they add up, and then you have people come in and are like, well, I didn't do anything, how come I hurt myself? And it's like, well,
yeah, and your body literally every second of every day is trying to keep you alive. It's really good at that, right? It's keeping this like equilibrium, this like happy, like it's managing all these things that you don't even have to. Yeah, we don't remember like 8th grade science class, maybe, if that's when it was, but like it's literally keeping you alive all day long. So one, we don't give it enough credit because we don't have to think about a lot of those processes, but two, because we don't think about that and we're so disconnected from it and not thinking of our body as a whole, we forget how to listen to it when it tells us something's wrong and other ways to help manage it, like I said, versus looking at it like, oh, it's just this one part and I'm gonna throw a drug or a medication or a surgery or whatever at it and expect it to magically fix everything.
So my rant kind of on that is it almost seems like a lot of times these days healthcare is like very cookie cutter, and it's not that I discredit on like what is available and what can be done, but it's crazy to me that you can pick up the phone and have a consult with a doctor on the phone without them even seeing you, like not even Zoom, like on the phone.
They're not even videoing.
They're not even looking at you, and they can determine what you have going on and give you a prescription. And I'm not saying there's not a time and a place for that.
Sure.
But it's very like, okay, you come in, you have head pain, you are, a 25-year-old female, and this is what you get for that head pain. And it's very different when you come in here for like a chiropractic consult and exam, because it's not that easy. Like it's not cookie cutter. We want to get down to the nitty gritty of what is going on, and I need to see you. Like when people ask me all the time, like on social media, like, can you help me? It's like, well, probably, but like I don't.
We have to know way more than what we know through just interacting with you on social media.
Yeah.
And two, like we're gonna ask those questions on what your daily life looks like, but realize too, like part of this is like you as the patient have choice in your healthcare, and you're gonna want different results. Somebody's gonna want a pill to turn off the symptoms, to not have to worry about it and not have to they're not gonna want to take responsibility for what's really going on in their body. But for the people who are like tired of just having pills thrown at them and like Band-Aids thrown at them and they really want to change it, then like chiropractic is great and it's there for you.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. And that's the other thing that I was going to say. I think a lot of times, like, now we have like this telehealth and this different stuff, but like we as the patients still are not trained that we can ask for alternatives. So like a lot of times your medical doctor will give you an alternative that could involve like a supplement or healthy eating or nutrition or something like that, but we don't ever ask for it. And if you don't ask, they don't tell you, because that's not the common. Most people are looking for a quick fix, and of course the quick fix sounds so luxurious and amazing, but don't you think that if there was like one pill to lose weight or like one pill to be out of pain and everything worked like that, that it would be done, and there'd be a line out of every physician's doors like trying to get that taken care of. And it doesn't work that way, and everyone's so different, like you said. So like one thing may work for you and not even work for me.
Yeah. And some of the pills they're giving people, guys, are ridiculously addictive, and they're leading to overdoses and like drug addiction. So it's terrible. It's so heartbreaking. I know we've known people who have lost their lives because they started with an opioid that a doctor prescribed them for something that like they could have gotten other help for, and they could still have their life. So the system's broken, and we're here to just educate and talk about it and change it and let you know. We had somebody ask me this yesterday, which kind of fueled this like live for today of like, well, she was asking about like, we get a lot of questions about, we adjust and we see babies and newborns as soon as they come out of the womb. We can see them and adjust them, and one day we are gonna do a video on that so you know what that looks like more. But we were talking about all these other things, and she asked me about diabetes. Well, you can't do anything about diabetes, can you? And I was like, well, no, I'm not going to adjust you, especially one time, and cure your like type 2, especially your type 2 diabetes. But as chiropractic like information and how it works and lifestyle goes, it gives you a completely different way and perspective to manage your health. So when we're adjusting you on that stress on your body now gets to function more like it's supposed to. It has a better chance of fighting off whatever stress is going on inside of it, which is the magical part and why it's so awesome. And that's not with any negative like repercussions for doing that. We don't have a list of side effects of gonna give you all these negative things. It's all positive, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But
there's a few things out there that are like that.
And like I told her too, like for some people who have, I totally get it, and you're just on your own different journey. Some people who have that type 2 diabetes, and they've gotten there from their lifestyle choices, which means maybe they've been eating this way or doing those choices for 50 plus years, to sit down in front of them and have them tell them to change their whole lifestyle of eating.
It's too much.
It can be so overwhelming and debilitating that it takes no action whatsoever. If they're in that boat, and even if they start at chiropractic, you at least get the positive, like I said, that positive reinforcement on your nervous system when we adjust you, that gives your body a little bit better chance of handling that extra stress that you're choosing not to change.
Sure.
So it still puts you at a little bit plus side, a little bit higher up than what you were prior to it.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it just in a nutshell, like just the overall balance structurally and neurologically that can happen through chiropractic can help with more than just pain management.
And of course, if you've followed us and if you've talked to us for a while, you know that if you are interested in the other aspects too, once you're doing chiropractic, if you're interested in nutrition and supplements, in mindset and stress management, fitness and movement, that we're able to help you with that too. And some things we're really good at and we'll still do in-house and talk with you at. Some things we know aren't our jam, and we have great referrals for you with that.
Absolutely. Yeah, 110%.
So we just want you to know, we want you to spread the word, because I'm tired of people not getting help, and I'm tired of seeing them on medications and with awful side effects and complaining and still going back to doctors, still asking for questions, still requiring answers, and they're not getting them because honestly, I just don't think they're showing up in the right office and asking the right people.
Yep. So we encourage you to do that.
Do it. Let's see, if you are local and you want to work with us, we do have a part on our website where you can schedule a free 15-minute call with one of us. If you're distant and you want to know if we can work together, you can still schedule the same call and we can chat with you and see what your options are.
Absolutely.
We're here to help make you healthier and empower you on your journey. So
absolutely.
we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, have a good one.
Bye.